And here's second and goal. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
Power. It's the coach. This is Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Let's go to the middle of the Baltimore defense where Brandon Williams holds court. And we often talk about how difficult it is to stop a big-time runner. How about trying to stop a big-time guy in the middle who wreaks havoc both with pass rush and against the run? Brandon Williams went to his first Pro Bowl at the end of the 2018 season.
3rd and 2, Goff. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Cook's now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So here are the Ravens now under 12th-year coach John Harbaugh. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback, leading rusher amongst QBs in 2018, Lamar Jackson.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, you got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ballgame.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. And here now, the Baltimore offense.
And when the Ravens decide to put the ball in the air, one guy they'll definitely be looking for is wide receiver Willie Snead, who came over from New Orleans in 2018 and led the Baltimore Ravens in receptions, a strong downfield presence, also will block effectively in the run game.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 54 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jackson now off the bootleg, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throw complete right side to Cooks. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 39.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
40, go. 180. Let's go. Mike 48, Mike 48.
On 1st down, it's gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. And got him in. It's Woods. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They run with Henderson, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it, but here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
A reminder that it's a short week for 6 teams as we'll have a Thanksgiving triple header for you on EA Sports, starting with the Bears and Lions in Detroit, followed as always by the Cowboys as this year they host the Buffalo Bills, and then another good one on Thursday night, the Saints and the Falcons from Atlanta. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked, instead 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson, and this one's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference. I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. But a second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. D.D. Westbrook, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 28-14 was your final score. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action. It's gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go now. Touch the outlaw. Get in there, man. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Jackson on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A very solid gain of 27. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Watch tight end.
Jackson will throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 6 yards away, as the Ravens push further out in front.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotion.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for it with Kelly.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down at the 41-yard line.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now it's Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Goff hitting Woods for the Rams first. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got Higbee complete right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! play football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now a first down throw, gone. And that's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13, it's a first down. On first down, gone. And his throw is incomplete. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Back to the air, Goff on second down. Now they go screen, it's complete. Nothing on the screen that time, now it's third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Goff.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Brought in left side by Snead. Willie Snead all alone. 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week.